guys, this is Sandra today and we have an update of the Project Pen Roulette. I'm so excited. I made some quite good progress if I say so myself. If you hear the rain pouring down outside, I'm really sorry. It's another rubbish day here in England. Surprise, surprise. So I'm really sorry. Also the lights might not be the best. I try to make the most of what I have, but it's, again, it's a really great day outside. But without further ado, let's hop into the products. The first product I have here is the MAC Without Your Love lipstick that I have in here since the beginning, and as you can see there's not much left, but again I haven't finished it yet, which is my goal. If you remember, if you're here since the beginning, this is the lipstick I broke in the very first intro, which was great. I'm a clumsy person. You're gonna see pictures here anyway of my progress. It's not a bad progress, it's not as good as it was the first time around, but you know, sometimes you just can't use that much of it. To be fair, I have other lip products in different projects, so I did as good of a progress I could. I still think it's good going, but I hope I can use a bit more of this so I can finish it by the end of this project. And this was in the category a collab product. So we're still going strong. Let's hope I will have a bit more update next time around. The second product was something I hit my goal on the first time around, but I decided to keep it in a bit longer, which is my Tom Ford blush called Pink Sand. And this was the category an expensive product. As you can see, the pen is now even bigger than it was before. Again, I will have update pictures, and I think this time around I am actually gonna roll it out, even though I still love this blush and I want to use it up. For now, I think I'm gonna retire it just because I have other products as well in my collection that actually need using, and I moved in other blushes as well to pen, so I think this is a good time for this to go. But again, the progress I made on this I think is quite remarkable, and I still want to use it. I still love this blush. I think it's a beautiful pink color, and I'm happy that I made quite a lot of progress on it, but my initial plan was just to hit pen on it, and I already done it in my previous update. So this time around I am gonna move it out. The next product is the Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer, and my goal on this one was to make the pen bigger. If you remember last time I told you that it was repressed, so I just wanted to hit more pen on it than it was, and we have an empty pen. Now again, remember I'm a clumsy person and I have a confession to make. I might have broken this. It was not on purpose, I swear. I know I had a broken item in the previous one as well, and I used it a few times before it broke, but because I repressed it, I don't think I repressed it very well, and every time I used it there were bits crumbling off it. So after I used it, I always just sort of had it upside down and tapped it a bit so everything that crumbled could just fall in the bin. And one day when I did that, the whole thing fell into the bin, and I don't feel comfortable with taking it out of my bin and pressing it back in here. So I decided it's time for it to go. To be fair, it was not a bronzer I enjoyed massively, and this was in the category a product from a previous project, which just shows you again, it wasn't a project before. I did not like it. I did not enjoy using this product. And to be fair, this is not the way I wanted it to go. I didn't want it just to, so to speak, disappear and crumble. But at the end of the day, I'm quite happy that this is gone, to be fair. So that's now 2 products we can roll in. Woohoo! I promise, well, I can try not to break anything by the next update, because so far in the first update I broke, well no, in the intro I broke the lipstick, in the first update I broke the eyeshadow, and I broke the bronzer. But they are used up, I guess. So what can you do? I swear I'm not gonna do this all the time, and it's never on purpose, it just happened. But I'm quite happy that that bronzer is gone. I used to love it when I first got it, but lately I just never enjoyed using it, and to be fair, I still use it a fair amount, so I'm not too sad about that going. The next category was something I considered decluttering, and it's my Bare Minerals Translucent Duo, and the matte side was already used up, so it's only the Glow Brilliant powder side of it that still needs using up. And again, I'm gonna have proper pictures because it's really hard to focus it right now. I used a fair amount of it, but I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see much of it going down. It's definitely getting lower, but to be fair, I really hate the bulky packaging. That was the first reason why I decided to declutter it, just because this packaging takes up so much space. And also I tried to like take it apart before, but because it's in like this waffle pan, you can just pop it out. So as you can see here, you can't just take it out from there without breaking it. I tried, and that's how I broke this corner. So every once in a while this keeps falling out as well. But what I thought I might do, because I really truly don't like this packaging just for one powder, I thought I might break it up anyway and repress it in the pan of the bronzer. Just clean it out, press this in there, so I can just pop it in my Z palette with all my other products, and it might be easier for me to store and to use as well, because I really don't like this packaging. So I think I'm going to do that. Take a picture when I do it so it's easier for you as well to follow the progress. But other than that, I do like this powder. I don't like it as much as I used to in the beginning. I don't know if my preference changed or the formula changed, just because I had it for the past 2.5, 3 years, I think. And to be fair, I don't use it all over my face. In my T-zone, I still use a mattifying powder, usually either the Becca Hydro Mist or the NYX HD setting powder, and under my eyes, because I don't want anything shiny under my eyes, and I just use this on my cheeks. Or sometimes if I barely have any makeup on, I just use it as a highlight on my brow bone or in the inner corners of my eye, which for that it's really subtle. But I mean, I'm wearing it today. Again, my makeup looks so washed out. I think it's just because the weather is so rubbish and my lighting is not the best. But yeah, I mean, I like it, but I think I'm going to try to repress it into that pan and see how that goes. I think it will just make me use it more, because it will be my Z palette with everything else I'm using. The next product was a product that's out of my comfort zone, and for that I chose the Catrice eyeshadow in the shade Mr. Grey and Me. I assume this came out around when 50 Shades of Grey. And I used it a few times. I have it on today as a liner. I have a video about me doing this makeup, which will go up after this one. But once it is, if I don't forget, I will link it in the down bar below. And other than that, I used it a few times. I will insert some pictures when I used it. Grey eyeshadows are still not my favourite, to be fair, or like silver, but I'm getting some use out of it. But to be fair, I don't think you can really see any progress. There's the tiniest dip that you can see in person, the tiniest dip, and my goal is to hit pan on this shadow, which will definitely be a challenge for me. Again, I'm not someone who's using cool tones too often, and I'm definitely not someone who's using the silver eyeshadow often, which I think is funny because I do love colourful looks. So there are not many things that are outside of my comfort zone, but silver is definitely one of those colours that I don't... It's not necessarily that I don't feel too comfortable with, but I never feel like cool tones suit me as much as warmer tones. Just warm tones just bring out the brown in my eyes a lot more, and I'm not gravitating that much towards using this. But also I can't really use this where I work, which definitely makes the progress a lot slower. Now, I don't work full-time, I work 4 days a week, but those are mainly the 4 days when I actually wear makeup, and I do wear makeup on other days too, but Still, I just enjoy playing with color rather than this, so I will have to make a bit of an effort, I think, to use it. But I use it a few times. It's just gonna be a really slow progress for me with this one, I think. Now, the last product I had is a product I wouldn't repurchase, and for that I had the Benefit cream eyeshadow in the shade Birthday Suit. And I said the reason why I wouldn't repurchase it because A, it's not that special, and B, it's also, Benefit is not cruelty free, therefore I wouldn't repurchase it. And I only wanted to hit the bottom of the pot, and I did it! Focus, camera, focus. Now I'm not sure it's gonna focus, but I'm gonna put in a picture anyway. And yes, I went in there really concentrated with my brush. Now this is quite a small pen, so most of the time I went in there with my brush because I feel like if I would dig my finger in there I couldn't really just smush it on the top well enough because it's so small. And I hate the feeling, you know, when cream eyeshadow goes under your nails and it just, ugh, no. So I went in there with a brush, really concentrated in the middle. To be fair, I don't hate this as much as I thought I will, funnily enough. I used this quite a lot and I sort of grown to love it a bit more than I did. Now this is still not my absolute favorite thing. Also, the packaging of this, oh, it's so bad. It's not only a tiny one, which to be fair, I think this is a small size. It came in an eyeshadow kit with another cream color that I threw away because the lid broke, and 4 more eyeshadows, I think 4 pressed eyeshadows. And the lid on this one broke too. Like, it broke on the bottom part, it broke all across, but then the top of it sort of broke as well. So I feel like the quality of the packaging is not too great. I mean, again, yes, I am clumsy, but for both of these to break on me when no one else is doing that, you know, a bit suspicious. But I think I'm gonna do the same with this as I did with the Tom Ford blush. I think I'm gonna keep this in for another month and see how far I can take this, because I enjoyed it surprisingly well. So I want to see how far I can take this. And to be fair, I think if I would keep using it at the rate I am now, I can finish it in another 2.5 months maybe. So let's see. But I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I will, so I'm gonna keep it in for another month. So that's all the products I had, but because I am rolling now out the Tom Ford shadow and also my bronzer is gone, it's time for me to roll in 2 more products. So let me get my phone and generate 2 random numbers between 1 and 50. Alright, so let's just shake it. Oh, I'm not sure you can see. The first number is 16, which is a product you regret buying. Okay, and then shake it again. Oh, I don't think I shook it properly. The next number is 19, which is a product you already hit pen on. Alright, let me get these 2 products and then I will be back with you. Alright, so the first number I got was number 16, which is a product you regret buying. And it was either going to be a lip product, but I already have loads of lip products in projects, well, a lot more than what I can possibly use. So I went with an eyeshadow palette, and it's a fairly recent purchase. It's the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. This just, I mean, if you open it up, it's stunning. It is so beautiful, and I love the colors, don't get me wrong. Like, look at the colors, they are truly gorgeous. But this palette is just not performing how I want it to perform. The 2 shades I love are Fancy That and Princess Cut, and then this cream shade, its designer is quite nice too. Now, Oh That Rich can get that dark color, can get a bit patchy, and all the rest, the glitters are a bit hard to work with, really, even with the glitter glue, and the satin shades are just not that exciting. Although this blue one, which is called Set the Jewel Tone, I really like. But just altogether, this palette was a bit of a fail. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna pen and use up the whole palette. So I think I just need to choose a shade. And I'm a bit conflicted as to which shade to use. And I don't want to make my life too hard. I think I'm gonna make my life just easy and say I want to hit pan on either Fancy That or It's Cashmere, one of the brown transition shades, and that's all I want to do. I just want to hit pan on one of those. I think that's more than achievable. I use colors like that almost every single day, and even though those are the two colors I like in this palette in general was a regret. It's not a cheap palette, it's Too Faced obviously, and it's just not what I wanted it to be, unfortunately. I mean, it's beautiful, but again, the packaging is a bit bulky too. So it's not exactly one that you're going to travel with. And that's a bit of a purchase regret. But it's in this palette now. But it's in this project now. So hopefully I can get some use out of it. And I'm hoping that by reaching for that 1 or 2 colors in there, it might make me experiment more with this palette and use it a bit more. So let's see. And the last category I chose was number 19, which is a product you already hit pan on. And for that I have a MAC blush for you in the shade Harmony. There we go. This really is just a beautiful shade to bronze with. You can even contour if you really want to. It's quite nice as an eyeshadow in the crease. So it's really, really versatile. And again, I have quite a big pan on it already. So I don't think this should be a problem for me to use up. And this is one of those MAC products that I'm quite sad to see go, because it's quite a nice shade. But again, they're not cruelty free. And to be fair, I might have to scrape this a few times, because I realize that the more I use it, the more hard pen it gets. Which I think is just due to the fact that I had this for at least 5 years and it's getting a bit old. The color still performs beautifully. It doesn't get patchy on the skin or anything like that. It's only getting some hard pen. So I think, again, because I'll have to keep scraping it, it will go quite fast. I'm not sure I'm going to be finished with it by the next update. But for the finale, definitely. Because I think we have 2 more left. I think we have 1 more update and then the finale. I think. I'm pretty sure. So I think by the finale I can definitely finish this one. So that's it guys for today. That's all my update for you. I think I didn't do too bad, but obviously there is hopefully more progress next time. I can't wait to see everyone else's videos from this round. Again, the playlist will be linked down below, so you can check out everyone else's videos as well. And just say hello to everyone and, you know, keep the comments going, because it's really nice to see how everyone is just cheering each other on. And you know, we just like to make sure that we use all our collection and each product gets some love. And yeah, I think that's why I really like project penning lately so much, because I like to see not just myself but everyone else as well getting enough use out of their collection and the products that they spend their money on, which I think is important, because it's really easy to find, you know, fall into a rut of like always buying new products, which, don't get me wrong, I love new products and makeup really is my vice, especially eyeshadows. I have way too many and I enjoy using them all and getting new things, but at the end of the day you don't want them to go bad, because then what was the point? So yeah, that's it for today, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and consider subscribing to my channel. There's a lot more beauty content coming and it's already up, so hopefully you're gonna look around and find something you enjoy. But for now I'm gonna go and say goodbye. Bye bye, have a lovely day.